I'm Lakshan Vijaypon, Junior Planning Engineer of Guardians Technologies Private Limited. And today we are mainly going to discuss on how to create a project using Cirrus PMS and this is as you can see in the slide, this is the home screen of Cirrus PMS. Cirrus PMS. I think you are familiar with these things with previous sessions. And like here, you can add a new project in Cirrus PMS and give the necessary details to Cirrus PMS. Then you can allocate users to those created projects. Uh, and then we are going to discuss with the time permits, we are going to discuss about BOQ, how to create a BOQ in Cirrus PMS and what is working BOQ, tender BOQ and contract BOQ separately. And you will get an idea about how to develop the BOQ structure. That is a very important thing related to a considered project, and you will get idea about how to add BOQ item to separate projects. And to discuss these things with the necessary practicals, I hand over the session to our tech lead, engineer Sanjay Kumar. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much, Shan. I will share my screen. Okay, I hope you can see my screen. First of all, I think we sent emails with your login credentials and link for the Cirrus PMS. Have you received it? Because from today, we are going to start practically how to use the Cirrus PMS. And from the first stage, we have to create the project in the system. Okay. So after this session, we will send the videos to the group. So you can follow that video, and one by one, you have to train by yourself how to work this with the system. And while we are doing this lecture, we will continue to practical and some technical theories what we are using in the project planning, and we will get some sample BOQs for create projects and those information. Okay, we can see you after that you can when you are working with the exercise, you can use any of BOQ, no issue. so you can solve your practical issues while you are practicing. Okay. If there are any problems while you are working, you just can contact us by through the group, or you will just send us an email or WhatsApp message. We will help you. Okay. Right. Uh, as Lakshan introduced you, this is the home screen, and I think okay, now. Okay. Home screen. Last two sessions, we introduced what are the features in the our home screen. Today we are talk about projects. This project module mainly focused what we can do is first when we are taking over project, or when we are going to do the tender, we have to create a project. This is the main thing. Okay. This our system we deploy for the some construction company. So after that, the company received the tender. So when we are trying expecting to bid any project, so first of all we have to create a project. To open project, we have to go to the project and click the project icon. So here you can see the project list. This is our earlier projects, what we have created earlier. Okay. By this, you can select if we need to edit some projects, we can go this list and click this yellow arrow key. So you can see project information here, right? If you need to edit any information here, you can go and update button. So you can change if you need to change anything, you can change those details here and update, save. Okay. So let's go for the home screen. From here, while you are working with the first project, you have to click this new add button. So you can go for the add new project, and we may have some code for the project. I will put 2010. Here we have to put exact date of the exact name of the project, full long name text box, because when we are doing creating IPA or any other relevant documents for the client, this name will use. Okay. Then we as usual we are using some short names for the project. So maybe our experienced engineers, they know that most of project have very long name. So, but if we are working with the highway center expressway, we just say CEP3 like that. So we can have some short name. I will put CB construction of bridge Mandatugama. I'm using this because these days we are working with some tendering in Mandatugama bridge, so I use that one. So if we are working with any SAP or other ERP system in our organization, we can put that number, job number. This is not mandatory. So, and you can select the project type here. Here, by master detail, last week I explained by the master detail, you have to, you can create our project types, that what you have create in the master detail, that project type will show here. Okay. If you need to create new one, you can go to the master detail and create new job project type. So it will come to here. So you can select your project type here. Okay. I will select bridges. Here you can see that department of project cluster, that maybe some I explained last week, maybe some organization have different department, different levels for the projects. Some organizations have road team, water pipeline, water supply projects, dredging team, like that. They have made some different ways. So here also we have set some groups. Okay. So I will select highway construction. Oh, we can say just head office. Okay. And next one, we have to create this measure and pay. And this one, project category. Some projects, as you know, that some projects, when we are bidding, it's working with the measurements. It's measure and pay projects, and some are lump sum projects. Okay. That last few years we got some lump sum project, that 100,000 kilometer projects, like that one. They have given some lump sum amount and scope of work, so we have to decide what we are going to do, and we have to give approval, design and build. Most of projects, it comes with lump sum. Okay. And here brief scope, we can use what is our project scope. We can give some brief about our work. Other one, project nature, grid. Then we have to select the district. And we can say store name. We need to select store. Okay. If our store is not here, so we can create new store. Then we can add that store here. We can put site telephone number and initial contract value we have to set. Okay. And engineer estimate, if we know the engineer estimate, we can put that details also. Okay. And advance payment, how much will be our advance payment? And retention period. Those project information we can get from the bid invitation. Okay. And any other contract documents, we can get that one, and we can fill those information. If anything is this mandatory, it shows by the red asterisk mark. Other fields you can keep it blank. Okay. And when we are working with the tender stage, we don't have this bonds and those insurance information. But if we are working with the we have only this bid guarantee bond bid bond information. But if you don't have this information, we can keep it blank. And after we received that information, we can update the project later. Okay. Here this some professional LD liquid damage. We can put some percentage. Okay, per day, maximum 5% of the project. It's typically one. Okay, and we can set petty cash request amount for the project. So this will limit up to that level. When we are requesting petty cash to the site. Okay, and project status we can set here. Some pending, maybe some projects is still not progress, we can keep it pending. If it's in progress, we can set in progress. After complete the project, we will select the completed one. After work completed, we have to make some defect liability period for 12 months after we hand over the project. So that time we can keep defect liability period. Okay. When we select completed, that project cost will not showing in the dashboard of the company dashboard. So that project cost will not show any reports for the organization level. Okay. And here we have some validations. There are some settings we have to set. Okay, but I'm not talking about these settings. Keep it as it is, because if I try to explain this validations, you will not understand now. But when we are working with the future, I will explain this feature will activate after we validate these settings. Okay, so that part I will keep for the future. Okay, so we can here next one we can some project we can get from that client provide materials for the construction, and we have to do the works. Okay, so if that scenario, we have facility to select that one. If client providing material, we can select yes. It's just like foresight bridges. Maybe our engineers know that foresight, if you are working with the foresight project, they are providing us steel and the cement. So other works we have to done by ourselves. So otherwise we can select no. Okay, and we can select the currency, LKR or any other US dollars or anything. We can any currency we can select here. Okay, and if we need to get report with the multiple currencies, we have facility to add multiple currencies here. And here our project duration we have. Okay, this is the project. If we will think this project we have to done by 1 year. So expected start date 2025 January 1st and 2020. So we can set our project duration here. If we know the clients, we can select client here. Okay, we see Mahawali Authority or RDA. So we can save the project. Okay, right. Now we have created the project. This is the project we have created in the system. You can see here. Okay, when you are creating the project, you can get some actual project for your practice purposes. I think that's a better because you can find some contract document or BOQ and create some actual project. But make sure that you are selected some small project within very small BOQ and few activity. So easily you can practice the system. Okay, so you have to understand. You can understand what we are doing with the system. Okay, And I expecting you asking some questions while this session, so I can understand what is your knowledge. So according to that, I can explain the system. Language is not a problem because we are expecting to work with the international clients. That's why we are using English language. But if you have any problem, just you can use any language, Sinhala, Hindi, or English. Okay. After we create this project, okay, uh, when we are going to the system, still that project isn't here. Okay, you can't see that project construction of bridge in Mandadugam. Okay, so after we create the project, we have to go to the configurations, access control, then allocate project. So you have to allocate the project. Okay, I'm here as admin. So after we select the admin, we can see all the projects in our system. Okay, this is the CB Mandadugam project we created now. Okay, then we allocate. Then you can see that project is here. You can see this CB project, this construction of bridge Mandadugam project appears here. Okay, when we are select the project, that select is loading here. So every time we are working with the relevant project, that project will show top of the our menu bar. Okay, by clicking this folder, you can go for any other project. You can select any other project, and you can see that information relevant to that project. Okay, after we create this project, we select that project, and if you go to the dashboard, it shows all 0 because we don't have still we don't have any BOQ. We didn't put any BOQ here. Okay, we just create the project. Then after we create the project, next step is BOQ. Okay, after we create the project, we have to put our BOQ into the system. Okay, that is the next exercise. So if you have any questions, ask me. So I can explain before we start to next module. No issues, huh? Okay, I think we have very talent teams. Uh, so you can we can go for next stage. Okay, so after we create the project, we have to put the BOQ. So before we start the putting our BOQ into the system, we have to create BOQ structure. Okay, uh, give me some time. So I will open some sample BOQ and show it to you. Stop here. Can you see my screen? I hope you can see my screen. Okay.
Yes, we
This
can.
is, yeah, thank you, Lakshan. This is the sample BOQ. Okay. And you can see in our BOQ, this is the project name. Okay. This is the live project, actual project. So uh, here you can see this preliminary and generals, miscellaneous, roadworks, dayworks. This is the main level, first levels of our BOQ. Okay. So if we go for this one, this preliminary and general items under this bill number one, there are some BOQ items are here. Okay. So, and next level, the miscellaneous item, here are some another BOQ items available. Okay. Uh, so after here, there are some another level, that bill number 2A have some jacket concrete apartment. This one, another some parts, and that bill number 2B, that some sub part of the bill number 2. Okay, like this, in the BOQ we can see some tree view. Okay, we can see some tree view that each levels have some different sub levels, and after that sub levels some BOQ items are there. Okay, so we need to create same structure in our Cirrus PMS solution. Okay, so we will go for the our system. Okay, here we have facility to create BOQ structure. After we click on BOQ structure, we can see our project name. Okay, have you remember what we have? I will share this. Okay. Here, here our project name is there. So we have to create our BOQ structure uh, under this project. Okay, so we have to right click here and we will click create, and that item number one. Okay, 01 preliminaries. Okay, then we create item number two. Can you help me? I don't remember. Yeah. We can rename here. Okay, so for the next one. Okay, bill number two have miscellaneous. After that one part, there are some another two levels. Okay, jagged concrete wall and A, B, and C. Okay, if we have another level, we can create one here 0 to A. Right, like this you can create your BOQ structure. Okay, after we create this BOQ structure, we can enter our BOQ items by head BOQ item. Okay, so I will go to the document and I will select one BOQ item under the preliminaries. Okay, C mobilization and AV mobilization item number 1.1. Okay, now we'll go to project preliminaries at BOQ item type BOQ. In by this BOQ, there are some few types BOQ item additional works. Okay, this additional works mean some extra works if we find when we are while we are working on the project, we can add those extra works here. Okay, other variations we can use this additional work type. Okay, now we are going to add BOQ item. We put BOQ item code 1.1 and BOQ item name, and we can put some description. I will copy the same here, and we can set quantity here. So we go for the document quantity is allow unit item rate lump sum. Okay, this is the item. Unit take a lump sum. Billable type lump sum. Okay, we put quantity 1 because we have to process the quantity. Okay, and currency we can set which currency we by each BOQ item we can set different currencies, but for this project we will keep the same. Okay, and we can change this start date and end date, but it's not mandatory. After we insert this information, we can put some we can put our cost for this project, but we have to take care that after we put the quantity here, we have to process this quantity. Okay, then only the system identify that quantity for irrelevant BOQ item. Okay, then we can put summary here. Okay, I will show you how to create this detailed BOQ item so you can understand. But this when we are adding the BOQ item, we don't need to do that all the part, but later on when we are going to cost estimate, we have to do that one. But anyway, I will show you how to do that. So here, as we know that each BOQ item that cost based on the labor, machinery, material, overhead, and profit. Okay, so after we get the project, that our revenue will generate by the BOQ amount. Okay, our cost will generate that labor, machinery, materials, and other relevant cost of each BOQ item. This is our root of the system. So after we create the BOQ item, okay, we can select how many labor will go for this item. Okay, I select here some preliminary item, for example. So there are no labor, maybe no machinery use. So I will save this BOQ item and I will get new one. Okay, so I can add here new BOQ item. Okay, I will go for this checkered ball compartment and add BOQ item. BOQ item 2A.1. Okay, 2A point. Item name, excavation for the checkered ball. I will keep the same into the description. We'll go for the carbon meter cubes. This is the quantity 1032. Unit meter cubes. Measure and pay. Can process. Can set currency here. Keep the dates as it is. After that, we will go for the detail. Okay. Okay. Now we need to do cost estimation for the excavation for jacket wall concrete under the abutment cuisines cap. Okay. Unsuitable soil. Let's see. We need some unskilled labor. We set the labor. We need 2 labor days, 8,800. Okay. We need some machinery. We need 1 cube tipper for the transportation. JCB. Okay. We need fuel for the machinery. Diesel cost. You can put this earlier price here. Okay, I just put some. Okay, now we have some cost estimate. Okay, for the machinery, and per unit we have some cost for this work. Okay, so site overhead we need around, we have put in some 7% site overhead, 3% head office overhead. Okay, and we can set here some rate. Okay, we will see 15,000 per meter cube. Now we have 7% site overhead, 3% head office overhead, profit 10.86% for each item. Okay. After we set this one, we can save the BOQ. Okay, we have some. Yes, good. We can't put commas here. Okay,
I think apostrophe.
right. We update this BOQ item. Okay, then we go to the dashboard. Now the dashboard updated. Okay, here we can see this for this contract BOQ is updated, and labor cost is this much, machinery cost is this much, fuel cost here, site overhead here. We have summary because we update the working BOQ and the tender BOQ together. So all information are updated here. Okay. By this way, we can add BOQ here. After we put the BOQ items, we can see here BOQ items. You can see if we need to update any BOQ item, here I have. If you need to delete this BOQ item, you can delete from here. You need to update any information of this BOQ item, you can just click this one, and it will come to the our last previous screen. So you can do any dates here. Okay, then you can check here. You have to remember that if you need to update the working BOQ at the same time, you need to check this update working BOQ and update the BOQ. So same time your tender BOQ and working BOQ will update at once. So you don't need to go to the working BOQ again and update. You can just update work tender BOQ. Sorry, contract BOQ, then working BOQ also will update. Okay, right. This is the thing how we are working with the BOQ. Okay, and here in the general tab, you have facility to go to the structure, and you can download your BOQ. Okay, and we have some another features by contract BOQ. Okay, when we are going to the BOQ, here are some tabs you can see. Okay, we can upload tender BOQ here, and we can upload contract BOQ here, and we can download the updated BOQ here. If we download this, click download button, and this download file will come. You just keep it. So Excel file will download. So you can see, can't see my other screen. Yeah, see. This is the item we already insert. Okay. Yeah, see. mobilization and excavation for jacket concrete. This BOQ we can download from this download button. And if we need to upload the tender BOQ, we can click this one. And here you can download the template. Okay. Here you can download the template. Template CSV file will open. Then here is the format. You can update your project code at BOQ level, type, BOQ item name, BOQ item description, quantity, unit. You have to keep same. This per unit one, you have to keep the copy same. And BOQ, you have to keep the same for all the fields. Another one you can copy and paste here. Okay, but you have to make sure that special characters you should not keep in this project BOQ item name or the description. Okay, so if our BOQ have 100 or 1,000 or items, we don't need to keep one by one create BOQ items. You can just download the template and fill information in the CSV file, and at once you can upload the BOQ to the system. Okay. Right. You can select the file here. Then upload CSV file. Click upload CSV file. So BOQ will update. Okay. Now I didn't put any item there, so I don't click update button. Okay. This is how we are working with the BOQ. Okay. So I think you understand that one. So you have to train this module up to the here. You have to create one project, and you can Lakshan, can you create some sample BOQ and share to the group so everyone can use that one if some members doesn't have BOQ. Okay, we will send you a BOQ sample BOQ. You create,
Okay, means
yeah, you can create project according to that BOQ, and you can create the project. Okay, but you have to create different projects because you are using different user accounts, but you have to create different projects according to your user name. You mention your username or send some. We have given some numbers to you, but I don't know that you are aware of that numbers or not. Lakshan will send you a code name, so you can use that code name for the project what you are creating to the system. So we can evaluate your skills while you are working. Okay, and this is the thing what we are planning to conduct today's session. Okay, if you have any questions, just ask from me, so I will explain. And also, I would like to inform you that we are expecting to do another project with the professionals that sometimes we have some ideas to implement our system, improve our system. Maybe not in the ERP system or by our projects. Maybe you have some problems and looking for some solutions, or you can suggest some solutions for each project problems. Okay. Yes, Saman. Somali, you need to ask something.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Regarding the CSV file uploading,
yeah,
when when I saw that one, that I saw some machineries and labels breakdown also.
yeah,
So do we need to update that things also?
yeah, sure.
So otherwise, once we uploaded the total BOQ without that breakdown,
Uh,
item by item can be separately updated that one?
yeah, no, here is this you can see this in the template that type cost type is there and labor, machinery, material, fuel, miscellaneous, subcontract. This other information also you can upload here.
So we don't know. Sometimes we don't know what are the exact item number or code something for CSV. It's like that, correct? No.
Sorry.
When we updating this CSV file, so we
Okay.
don't know sometimes some machinery's name, exact name, what input, what updated in the system.
Yeah. Here by the template you can upload machinery cost,
Yeah, cost
only cost. But
for that cost per unit or total cost
per unit.
per
Yes.
unit.
Yeah.
So we don't. So when we consider the machine, so there are a lot of machines, no?
Yeah, that's why when we now for our example, we put some machine. For example, we put some JCB here, no? Okay.
Yes.
But when we are working with the BOQ, working BOQ, okay, we will go for the working BOQ, and we go for the working BOQ. Why here? This is the working BOQ model. Okay. Here, and one thing I want to say. Inform that earlier we talk about the SRT. Okay, here this is the SRT facility. Okay, this one we I plan to talk in next week, but I will explain later here. This by SRT or BSR, this is the rate analyze. Okay, so uh, oh, as we know, quantity surveyors and engineers, we are guided by the VSR, okay, building schedule rates. So here is some excavation items are there. Okay, so we can copy after we create this RT, or if we put our BSR information into the system, we can copy direct that information here. So we don't need to add those machinery and labors one by one. We can keep some template into the system, and we can just call that template to our BOQ item. If it's excavation that relevant to excavation, that machinery will come. And I want to say that this I want to explain this if we put the JCB, we just use this machine types here. Okay, only machine type. But when we are go for the working BOQ, so we have to put that exact machine number. As you know, this we have the one company organization have 5 JCB and JCB 1, JCB 2, JCB 3 like that. Okay. Uh, when we are doing our cost estimate, we just put that machinery type according to our method statement. Okay. Samal, you know this when we are starting to tender, okay, in our tender meetings, we are discussing about the method statements. Okay, this database have more data, so that's why gonna take time. Okay, uh, Like that, we can copy those information to the system. When that when we are tendering, okay, we are finalize some methods. This method we will use for this activity. Okay, according to that method, we are preparing our cost estimate. Okay, now we at the beginning when we are doing tendering, we assume that we will use JCB for this work, and we will use JCB for the machinery. We will use JCB. But when we are going to site, uh, we can understand that if we use a 200 excavator, that uh, work we can do easily and in less cost. So we will use that one time we will use as 200 excavator. That time we can remove this one, and we can add another machinery. Okay, like that we can change. Then another thing that Somal asks you can you have to upload that machinery wise. You can upload that machinery cost, labor cost, and the material cost. It will come to here. Here this for the summary. You can update machinery cost, material cost, and the fuel, and other if there are any other relevant cost, maybe handling charges or any other thing you can put here. So you can complete the cost estimate while we are uploading the BOQ. Okay.
Sanjay, can I
Yes.
add something there?
Yes, sir.
I think it's a valid question. Sometimes for the tender, we don't have much time. Like as a lump sum, some BOQs we don't detail that into that level, but we put some percentage like for machinery, something like that, only the cost in the tender stage, and we prepare that in tender. But as Sanjay said, since we already have templates mean, HSR, BSR kind of already available norms in the industry, those are already feed into the system, and we can select those norms and quickly we can copy paste all the quantities by searching this one. So I think here that part Sanjay will cover next week. So anyway, even if you don't want to go into detail level, still you can upload everything from a Excel CSV file, and you can upload into the system so that you have some figures, breakdown, labor, machine, material, cost in the system. But when you start the actual work in the working BOQ, you need to go into the detail. Then only you can plan properly. Still, this is post construction. So whenever you go to the site, the machinery will be allocated to the site. So based on the available machinery at the site, whenever you put the work done details, you have to select the actual machine which is allocated to that site. If the machine is not allocated to that site, then you will not be able to select a particular machine, because first you need to allocate the machine. So like that, here we have different stages. So tender stage, we have one BOQ, then working BOQ, we detail it, and tender BOQ will not be same as working BOQ. So working BOQ, we will have more details. Sometimes in the working BOQ, it is called budget BOQ as well. The profit margin will be deferred to the original tender BOQ. Usually only the top management can see the tender BOQ. Working BOQ, site staff can see that. Then whenever you go for the actual work, we will capture actual details. So as you explained, sometimes you don't have those details in the tender stage. Because in the tender stage, we don't have all the details. But as a summary, you can upload labor machine material as Sanjay showed in the Excel spreadsheet. But if you don't have those details also, you can keep it blank and you can upload the Excel spreadsheet with the lump sum kind of a thing, and you don't need to provide all the details. But if you go into detail only, you can see plan versus actual. Here, the most important thing, we are trying to compare the plan in the post construction or tendering stage versus actual. So that is the report which your top management is requesting all the time. So here, by doing this exercise, we are trying to minimize your time. So whenever they ask something, you can download the report and send it, or they can themselves look at the report. What is the plan versus actual? If you go into detail, then you can get more detail. Sometimes there's maybe there's a big cost overrun in labor. What is the reason for that? For that, then you can explain it with the report. I'm sorry. So I think it's good, like you ask questions, then we can collectively work together. And Sanjay, I suggest we better do some improvements. I saw that whenever there's a post of or a post of you something, then you deleted it manually. Those are rare cases. Anyway, from the program we can delete that. So since we have our own developers, we can do any change. Your suggestions are most welcome, and we'll see to work together and improve the system. Sanjay, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much, Sampath.
I
And
think
also,
you got the idea, right?
Yeah, I got the idea. And just one small question. Now,
yeah,
when we are doing the tender stage, so now sometimes, as you told, that we are giving some percentage and maybe some considering some of our previous experience, we are giving rates, no?
yeah,
So okay, when we are preparing the CSV, okay, we will put for the machinery maybe 50,000 or something for 1 unit. So and we will save that thing. So it will be editable, no? Because due to the
yeah, yeah,
site condition, it can be vary sometimes. We don't know the
Yeah,
site consumption.
that is editable. That is
That
editable.
is
Anytime you can change it. Whenever you get more details, you can edit and update the system. So after that point, it will be available for everybody. So for the tendering stage, we don't have much detail. Sometimes we need to get subcontractor all the details. But since we don't have time, we put a kind of a figure with our gut feeling. But when we start the work, we need to detail it and see whether our cost is correct. But usually, after getting the tender, we are not going to change the tender BOQ, but we will be changing the working BOQ so that it will be reflected the original plan versus working BOQ value. But when you go to the actual work, again, it will be changed depending on the site situation. So in that case, in the actuals, plan versus actual, also you can compare their tender versus working BOQ versus actual, you can measure or you can compare. That is
so
possible in
yeah,
time.
yes. So when the our working BOQ cost is more, so it will show as a loss, no?
Yes, yes, that is the
Yeah.
purpose. Sometimes when you work with a big project, sometimes you don't understand one item will be cancelled by other items. But if you really focus on the individual items and if you detail properly, then you can identify where it went wrong. Because whenever you work with the system for a long time, system knows most of the information. For example, here we capture some details from PO purchase orders, then the subcontractor details, rates, everything is there. So at the tender stage, we will be using them, but sometimes due to some reasons, cost can be higher than the planned cost. So in that case, it will be highlighted in red and you can get some corrective action. Sometimes you need to inform the client and try to get approval for the additional work or something like that. You have to act at the very first stage. So it should not uh, identify those kind of problems at the end of the project. That is the purpose. So all informations are there. So then everybody can discuss about that in a meeting. So what we can do with that as a team, you can take some collective uh, decisions if you have all the details.
Yes. Can I know the what subcontractors same rates also we can add
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
directly.
Here we have from this stage we have this
Yeah.
subcontractor with material somehow.
Ah,
And if any subcontractor doing this BOQ item with material, so we don't have to track their labor, machinery, and those information. But
yes.
we have some extension for our system. If subcontractor needs to capture that one, they have another separate portal. So subcontractor have app, so he can see those information, but the client must give authority to access that one by subcontractor. Otherwise, if subcontractor doing those work with material, so the client doesn't need to keep those all information with him. So we can put that subcontractor cost here, and overhead and profit we calculate for the uh, project's report. Another thing I
So
want to explain. So here we show that by BSR or HSR, we can so many that most of BSR and HSR information are in the system already. But updated information also we are updating by yearly. Okay. And other thing that sub POQ items that here by this one and copy from another BOQ item, there are some another facility. So if you have estimated some BOQ item earlier, similar to this one, you just have to select that BOQ item and copy that BOQ from any of the project. Okay. So if your organization have many projects, so I can go there and see some project example ONM road. Okay. And I will select some excavation here. Good soil type. I don't know. Is there any excavation? Okay, I will select this one, trimming and leveling this one. And after we copy this BOQ item information, that information will copy to here. Okay, like that, we can select those. We can copy those information to this BOQ and save it. So quantity surveyors have much benefit because they can save their time while they are preparing cost estimate and while they are preparing for the tender. Okay. And some companies they have some uh, limitation. Okay, so we get the cost and we will let 30% to it and bid. They are not considering for other factors. So there are several different scenarios, but system can adjust for any scenarios. Are you clear, Soma?
yes, that or not.
So
Yeah, thank you.
others, if you have any questions you ask, like it should be an interactive session. So then only we understand your problem. So whenever you work with the system, probably you will get a better idea. And since we have developed the system with Sri Lankan developers, we can do any changes and your suggestions are very welcome.
Yeah. And other thing, Sampath, can you explain about the ID Hub? So because we have many professionals in this forum, uh, so
You mean the future
yeah,
developments?
future plans. Yeah.
Actually, we have been doing this for last, I think, 5 6 years now, and our customers are using this. And right now, with the current development, we are planning to bring this to some other countries, and we need your support to train them. Actually, in the initial stages, they will need some support, like you encounter today some problems. They will be struggling to get initial data load into the system, and maybe at the end of the month, they may be expecting some, valuable reports and support from us with regards to their management decisions. In the management meeting, they ask us to do kind of a presentation, like how the project should be changed or drive directly differently, like that they may be asking. So we want some of the members in our team to support them. That is one purpose of having this training session. And to do that, you need to get the certification. So to get it certified, you need to do the exercise which will be provided in the coming week, so that you need to complete it and it should be accurate, and you should have to have a proper idea about the project management, what is CPI, what is SPI, etc. So that is the plan right now. In addition to that, we are in the process of implementing AI. I'm a machine learning engineer, so I am working on introducing some AI technologies, because the current ERP system, they don't have that kind of AI. So it is kind of a, I can say, a knowledge base one day, and then like ChatGPT, right? So ChatGPT is very common, but we will come up with a solution like it's a chatbot, but it will be using OpenAI, which is being used in the ChatGPT, same thing. But you can ask any questions, like for example, if you want to get some carpenters in Anuradhapura. So you can simply type it in English, and from previous project, it will automatically search in the database and it will provide all the details. Like that, the way you communicate with ChatGPT, it is same, but this new knowledge base or the bot will be reading our database. So whenever you detail all this information, that bot can answer to your English questions in simple English. So that is the future, and there are a lot of reports now. Even you can create your reports as consultant. You need to advise client how to use the system effectively, because that experience is new. That experience, we can't train the customers all of a sudden, because they expect in any ERP the traditional reports. Even we have traditional reports, but when it comes to reports, some of the reports they never use. Actually, they look at the report and they don't worry. But some customers are using, some customers are not using. But with this bot feature, they can ask questions directly from the knowledge base, and it will read the database and it will give those details like simple English. You know how that ChatGPT works. So it is common to like we will be developing another kind of a ChatGPT which will be using our database, and it can answer any questions in English. So that is the future. I think I answered your question, right?
Yes,
Sanjay?
Sampath, thank you. Yes, Sampath, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, is there anyone others have any questions? Okay, then we will end today's sessions, and thank you very much for the participation. And we will share the videos by tomorrow, and we will send the those documents what we are need to train. We'll send sample BOQ, and Lakshan will share with those documents